Echo Show. It's the second generation and it costs $230. We just got it in, so we're gonna open up the box and see what we think. Let's see. Get it out of this packaging. All right. So, as you can see, it's quite a bit bigger. The display is larger. I think the first generation had like a 7-inch screen. This is a 10-inch screen diagonally, so it's quite a bit more screen real estate, and that's awesome because it also means there's no ugly speaker on the front. The first generation had kind of that boxy speaker grill, and the design almost looked like a mini projection TV, so this is an improvement. I like the screen better. You can also see on the back, it's covered with a fabric, so it's still kind of deep. It's not really a flat display, but this depth is covered with a fabric that looks pretty good. It looks a lot like what we saw in the Google Home speakers and in the Apple HomePod, so I like that. As far as controls go, you've still got your volume and your power buttons on the top there, and you've still got ports and power in the back. So this one also has an 8-array microphone set up just like the first one. They're a bit different than they were, so you can see they're arranged a little differently. And the front camera is still a 5-megapixel front-facing camera. So now that we've got it out of the box, we're gonna take it into the CNET Smart Home and test it out. One of the things I really like about the second gen Echo Show as opposed to the first is the way it handles smart home commands. So on the original Echo Show, if you say something like, turn off the bedroom lamp. Okay. You just get an okay, and nothing shows up on the screen. You don't really get any indication that something has happened. But in the second generation, if I mute this one, turn on the bedroom lamp. You get a display that shows you the name of the device, and then you have this little power button, and I can even turn it off and on with the touch screen. If I do something like a set of lights that have an adjustable brightness, turn on the living room lights. Okay. You get a toggle bar where you can select a brightness level. So that's something we didn't see in the original Echo Show, and so far I really like it. There's also a new lights and more icon in the drop-down menu. So if I swipe down here, I'll see this light bulb, and if I touch that, I get a list of lamps, plugs, and switches that are connected to my platform. And that's not something we saw in the first generation Echo Show, and so far I think it's a good addition. So here we've got the second gen and the first gen side by side, and you can already tell there are some pretty significant differences. The screen, for example, is a whole lot bigger. It's 10.1 inches diagonally versus the 7 inches of the first generation, and it's 720p, so you're getting a better resolution. Sound quality also got an upgrade. The new Echo Show features dual 2-inch neodymium side-firing drivers and better bass. If you listen to the sound comparisons we did, you can definitely tell a difference. Else that's different about the second generation Echo Show is the way you can see YouTube videos. In the first generation, there wasn't really any native integration, and there's not this time either, but there is a workaround. Amazon's added the Firefox browser and Amazon's Silk browser to the Echo Show. If you say something like, open Firefox.
Here's Firefox.
You'll get a browser, and you can tap to view a mobile version of YouTube's site. If you ask her for video results in general, you'll get clips provided by Bing. And this workaround isn't perfect, but it's better than what we had before, which was no YouTube integration at all. For all of the improvements on the new Echo Show, there are still a few things that are disappointing, and Maps is one of them. For instance, if I ask, where's the closest Starbucks?
I found a Starbucks. It's 6.5 miles away on Taylorsville Road in Louisville. Business hours for this location are not available.
How do I get there?
At the moment, traffic to Starbucks at 12605 Taylorsville Road looks good. The fastest route takes about 11 minutes via KY 1531 and KY 155.
So there's no map displayed here, and there really aren't any directions either, and Alexa can't send those directions to your phone. So while she tells you how long it'll take to get somewhere, you really don't have a clue about anything else. And given that it's a smart display, that's something I really wish that it had. After spending some time with the second-gen Amazon Echo Show, it feels much improved from the first version. The screen is bigger, the sound is better, and Amazon even added some smart home controls. When it comes to YouTube, Amazon added Browser so you can access the site in a sort of mobile version. And for all the ways that Amazon improved the Echo Show, there are still parts of it that feel underwhelming. Visualizations for things like maps and directions still aren't there, and it leaves me feeling like there's still a lot of untapped potential. If you'll use your Echo Show for monitoring cameras, answering the doorbell, or even cooking in your kitchen, it's a capable smart device at the same $230 price tag as the original. But if you're looking for a more conversational assistant, native YouTube integration, and more informative visuals, I'd still recommend a Google Assistant-enabled device like the Lenovo Smart Display.